there's a lot of talk surrounding actually selling Nike, selling brands like clothing and shoes, right, on Amazon. And a lot of people are actually saying that it is not worth it because of the return rate. It's probably the dumbest shit that I've heard in the last 2 years of me actually being active in the Amazon community online. And it's literally the dumbest shit that I've seen. A lot of people actually think that they should stay away from Nike, or not necessarily just Nike, but staying away from shoes. Or you see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm not selling Nike, I'm not selling this anymore because of the returns, because the returns is too much. Like, listen, I'm going to explain to you guys today how you should actually run a business, because a lot of you guys have actually no idea on how to actually run a business. And it's really, really simple, okay? And this is the reason why I've been saying for a long time, there's no, like, your competition is dumb as fuck on Amazon, because they do not feel like, it's still super early. We are still super early in this whole thing, okay? It's super far away. Selling on Amazon is super far away from actually being saturated, because your competition does not know what they are doing, all right? So what you should do pretty much is you should actually understand that you are actually running a business, okay? And you need to understand that when it comes to actually running an inventory business, the only things that matter is not, once again, and as I said in yesterday's video, your net margins, your profit margins does not matter at all. What actually matters is your return on investment, so how much money you get back from whatever you invested in inventory and how fast you actually get that money back. Everything else does not matter. The number of returns that you get for selling something is irrelevant. And what you should actually do, because you run a business, and this is why I'm telling you, there's no competition. We all say like Amazon, online arbitrage, all that stuff is still a blue ocean, because a lot of guys, a lot of you guys that are watching this video right now are running this business like fucking amateurs, all right? Like, literally. You run a business. You need to understand, as I said, the only two things that matter is return on investment and inventory turnover. That's it. The rest is irrelevant. If you get a lot of returns on something, it's fine. So what? So what? As long as you make a profit, it does not matter. And this is why you actually should, okay, and I'm not going to show you how to do it. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. You actually need to understand how much it costs you to actually process a return. Like, you get returns. So what? You're going to get returns. That's part of the business, right? So what you should do is actually understand how much it actually costs you. And if it takes too much of your time to actually process returns, guess what? You hire a company that is going to process returns for you. That's literally it. That is literally it. That's the whole thing. You figure out how much it costs you per return, and you figure out after that if you are actually still profitable. And if you're able to make the same return on investment, but faster by selling shoes, and it's easier for you to do it by selling shoes, Nike, stuff with high return rates, than if you were to actually, and I was looking at the wrong camera like all this time. I'm so sorry. Let's put it right there. If you actually can sell, okay, at the same return on investment, and the return rate is not something that is going to change anything. It's 100% fine. If a product gets a 90% return rate and you make the same amount of money at the same speed that you would actually selling something else, those two products are equivalent, all right? Because if you get the same exact return on investment at the same speed, it does not matter at all, okay? The only thing that matters in this business, and I want to emphasize on this, the only thing that matters is return on investment and inventory turnover. That's literally it. Whether you have a 10% return rate, a 20% return rate, or if you get like a 50% return rate and half the product that you actually get returned cannot even be resold, if you make the same amount of money, it does not matter at all. Like, at all. You just figure out, once again, I'm going to repeat, the only thing that you need to do is figure out how much it actually costs you to process a return. That's it. Whether you hire somebody in-house to do it or you hire a third-party company to actually do it. Whatever you do, if you are in an inventory-based business, you are gonna need to deal with returns. That's a fact. You are going to need to deal with returns. Even if you are in the grocery category, yes, the returns are a little bit lower. The customer gets refunded automatically. You don't need to actually process the returns. But processing returns is part of running an inventory business. No matter if you do it online or if you have a brick and mortar business, you are going to need to process returns. Customers are going to actually return stuff. That's what it's about. It's an inventory business. You need to deal with inventory, and part of dealing with inventory is dealing with returns. Okay, so stop being dumb. Okay, stop being dumb. Yes, you are going to need to process returns, and if you want to make money, you are going to need to do it. You don't need to do it yourself. You can hire a third-party company to do it. It's as simple as that. Stop being dumb. Run a real business. I'll see you in the next video.